Hi everyone, welcome to today's session on Knowledge Studio. So today I'm going to present to you one of the data analytics tools in the toolkit of Altair, that is Knowledge Studio. So we have other tools also, so to speak, Panopticon and other tools as well. So for Monarch as well. So Monarch is used for data preparation and Panopticon is for data visualization. So this tool will do mainly data analysis, but entire pre-processing step to model building to model analysis could be done in Knowledge Studio as well. So let me show you an use case today. So the today's use case is a case study where I'll discuss more about its warranty claims. Now you see companies get a lot of warranty claims, right? Now the company wants to know whether are all of them fair claims or other fraudulent claims as well. So the data set I have taken from Kaggle. Okay, this is the data set. Okay, so it says, right, to understand whether the claim is a genuine claim or a fraudulent claim based on different independent variables, right? Now I just go to the Kaggle. Okay, and let me create a new project demo. Okay. Now, first thing I do is I import the file. Now, one thing about Knowledge Studio I would like to tell you is it's kind of automated. Okay. Now, there is the first way I'm going to show it to you is I'm going to build it by just selecting uh, few buttons from the tool, but it can also do something called AutoML. I'll also go through that. That it itself automatically does the entire modeling for you. Now, file modeling. Now I want to import the data is of text. So just go ahead and import the data, and I run the file. Okay. Now you can actually see the data set. Okay. Now you have fraud is your dependent variable, rest an independent variable. I kind of calculate the missing values, minimum, maximum, mean, everything. You can just have a look. Now once you have this, you can do different, so to speak, different pre-processing steps. I'm not going to show you all of them, but maybe let's, for your understanding, I would like to show you maybe few of the steps, right? So let's say I want to show you if you want to do variable transformation. Okay, so just I do. Now let's say no, as I said, dependent variable is fraud, others are independent variables. Now I don't need unnamed, right? So I want to remove this. Okay, so you can also change, right, from here. Let's say, okay, now you think this is not a string, you want to change it to numbers or something, that you can do. Okay, so for now I just run it. Okay. Okay, now you have the transformed variable that is transformed. Now let's say you want to do class imbalance handling, right? So frauds are usually less in number. So your data set is imbalanced, so machine learning model works best when the data is kind of sort of balanced. Okay, now you run it again, and then use a dependent variable as fraud and rest are independent variables, and then next. Okay, now you see the sampling technique is used is mode, and it is the non-majority class that is going to upsample. Okay, and the technique, how it does is by taking 5 nearest neighbor. Okay, and then you run it. You just need to wait for a few seconds until it becomes green. Now this is run. Now I'm just showing you two things. As I said here, you can do a lot of, you can substitute missing values, let's say mean and median, or you can do auto feature engineering. You can do different things, right? And you can also import your own Python code. That is also possible, through this. So, but right now I want to show you. Let's say you want to, for partition of the data set between training and test data, right? Now I do partition of this. Now I add. Yes, the name is set train this something. Okay. Now I do 80% for my training and 20% for my validation or test data. Okay. Now I run this. Okay, hold on. I need to add the test data as well. Okay. I'll just change the name here as test. Percentage of total. The remaining, that is 20%. Okay. Now I run this. Now you have train and test created. Correct. Now what I want to do is I want to build my model as well. Let me change it. Model. Okay. Now I want to bring this to the canvas. Okay, now I want to use different models on this. Okay, so let me see if I want to use now. For now, I want to use, let's say, three models. One is boosting, one is random forest, and the other one is, let's say, bagging. Okay, I just wanted to show you can use more models, okay. Now this is it. Okay, can I want to run the model, right? Next. Now predictor variable is your fraud. Rest looks okay, and then I simply run this. Okay, so now this is run. I want to run random forest as well. Now, okay, again, as I said, your dependent variable is fraud. Rest are independent variables, and then I can run this. Next, okay, same here for this as well. Okay, and then I run this one as well. So we have three models here. Now we want to evaluate our model. We have to figure out which one is the best. Now for this, we want to use model selector. So I bring it here, I bring it here, I bring it here. Okay. Now I simply run it. Hold on. Yes. Okay. So it says the boosting is the best model. Now next step I would like to do is I want to validate my model. Okay. Now, okay. That as well. Okay. Here we go. Next. Next. Okay, so the predictor cutoff is, so the probability is 0.5. Now I run this. So you can do cross validation different techniques. I'm just showing you one of the techniques which could be done. Okay, now your model validation data is there. Now I would also like to bring the test data here. Okay, right. So then validation is here. Let's say now I want to feed it here, and the data set, the model is here. Okay, okay, and now I run this. Similarly, this is okay. Okay, looks good. Now I want to analyze my model for both this. Okay, connect this, then connect this. Okay, there is a naming issue. It should be test, but okay, for now. Okay, the fraud is a dependent variable. Sounds good. Okay, all good. And then we run it. Okay, it's run. Now you can see the result. Okay, it seems 94-95%. Okay, you can do different analysis here. You can see your lift report. Okay, you can go to the ROC as well, and you can see your ACE is 0.9948. This is pretty good, right? So now I have just shown you a technique where I have built the model myself. As I said, you can also import your Python version for it. Now I want to show you AutoML, which is a very exciting function, okay, of our tool. So that you can actually do the entire thing on its own, right? All I have to do for this is import the file like before. Okay, bring the file, open it, and then run it. Okay, and then go to AutoML. Okay, then I connect this with this. Okay, dependent variable I have to change to fraud, and then I just simply run it. Now all it is doing is whatever I have done till now, it's going to do the entire thing its own. So it does missing value substitution, outlier treatment, everything it's done its own, doing on its own, right? Now that's the power of this tool. It can does the entire steps on its own. So now you have both the options. You can do it AutoML for quick reference, or you can actually do it on your own and just see which where you get the best of the results. So you have both the options. This makes this tool very powerful. So you need to wait for a few seconds to generate the report. So you could see it's actually comparing different models now, building different models. Now you see there's a report which is generated. Now it has done the entire step, and you can actually see the report as well. It shows you also how it done the missing value substitution. It talks about how it has done the outlier treatment, variable selection also done on its own, and it compares different model, and then it says that okay, boosting is the best model which is close to what we have achieved. But you have seen, right, this is even taking a shorter time. It's probably taking you less than a minute or so. So this tool is very powerful. You can do very different things. You can bring your own Python code into it, or you can do AutoML, or you can just kind of follow the same steps which I have done. So you can do different things. I mean, this makes our tool actually uh, one of the best tools in the industry. So I hope you kind of enjoyed today's session on Knowledge Studio. Actually, as I was telling you, you can do much more with this. So I hope you all try it out, and let us know if you like this tool or not. Thanks a lot for your time.